Greetings fellow warriors, and welcome back to another Mount & Blade 2 Bannerlord video. Today we're doing something a little bit different, and that is looking at all the features I created for the Assassination mod for Bannerlord version 1.14. Oh, and by the way, if you don't want to be spoiled by this video, the mod is available to download on my Discord server for all my loyal subscribers once this video has been released. I'll upload the mod in 1 week from now to Steam and Nexus mods for everyone to enjoy, but if you wanna play now, be sure to subscribe to the channel and join my Discord server. I link it in the description as well as the pinned comment. By the way, if you want to support me, feel free to hit that subscribe button. That would really make my day. Honestly, the best support you can give me is just subbing to the channel. This may be the first mod I've created, but I plan to do a lot more, like Feasts, which is a new project I'm working on, but that's not the matter of this video. One more thing, since this is my first ever proper mod and one of my first ever coding projects in general, there might be some, or a lot of bugs. I've already had some testers and removed the bugs found, and I personally tested this mod a ton, so yeah, just a heads up. And that brings us to today's sponsor, Warhaven, which is a free-to-play PvP medieval fantasy combat game that puts your skills to the test in exciting 16 vs 16 player skirmishes. If you're tired of guns and crave some swordplay, this game is a must-try. You have the freedom to choose your playstyle. Join forces with your teammates, strategize and work together to be victorious. Alternatively, embrace the thrill of individual combat and showcase your skills on the battlefield. Different classes will have different skills. There will be 6 classes in total. With a simple click of your mouse, you can swing your weapon or raise your guard. For those seeking a challenge, the game's fast-paced and nuanced combat system holds a lot of depth and rewards skilled players. Make sure to wishlist Warhaven on Steam now and mark your calendar for the Steam Next Fest from June 19th to June 26th, so you can play the game for free and immerse yourself in the world of Warhaven. A huge thank you to Warhaven for sponsoring this video, and let's dive in to the video. First up, you obviously need to be a lord and have at least one fief. It doesn't matter what kind of fief you own, be it settlement or castle. To employ a spy master, simply talk to your governor. Be sure to have enough dinars in your bank, since buying one can be pretty pricey. Each faction has its own spy master, such as eldest brother Olpo, a former member of the Brotherhood of the Woods, or Hassan Isaba, the father of the night. Some of them are inspired by in-game lore found when looking through the cut content, others are just a work of fiction, but all of them are tied to the lore in some shape or form. Upon re-entering the keep, your spy master will approach and greet you. I picked different languages for the cultures too to make them more authentic. So, now we get to the fun part. There are 3 different types of assassins you can employ, with their quality and capabilities increasing based on your roguery skill level. Each of them excel in a different task. The thugs are known for their brute force and their intimidation abilities. They will be mostly used to beat someone up or teach notables a lesson. Raiders excel in the art of kidnapping lords or ladies, and assassins will excel in, well, assassinating your target. There are 5 operations in total, and to do any of these you need to already have a negative relationship with the target, except for scouting. Assassinations give you the ability to carry out executions discreetly, ensuring that the public remains unaware of your involvement. Maiming will render targets useless by clearing some or all of their skills, or even causing their death. It will also change their appearance with a variety of scars that the mod will randomly distribute to the target. Kidnapping gives you the option to kidnap important characters, affecting the political landscape and creating opportunities for ransom. You can also employ your assassins to teach individuals a lesson, resulting in a decreased settlement security and prosperity. This may lead to rebellions. Teaching a lesson to artisans lets you recruit more troops from them. They obviously don't want you to burn another one of their workshops and thus give in. And lastly, you can scout settlements or factions that you are at war with, which will reveal critical information about them, such as their defenses, resources and notable characters present, to combat the Fog of War feature. It doesn't matter if your spy fails or succeeds in carrying out the mission, both will yield roguery or scouting XP for the player. Of course, the amount of XP will be determined by the result, so succeeding will yield much more XP than failing. There can only be one operation at a time, and your spy will make the way physically to the target, which you can also track on the campaign map. If you want to know the location of your spy, just talk to the spy master or take a look at the campaign map. If you manage to start a conversation before they depart, your spy will also tell you about the task they will try to accomplish. The location of the target is important here. If your target is in the field or traveling, your spy has a higher chance to sneak into the camp and complete their mission. If your target is inside a keep, it will be much harder for them to sneak inside, past all the guards and go through with the plan. I've created a ton of fail messages that will pop up if the assassin failed to do the task. Some of them are funny, others more serious, and most of them will have some sort of consequence. However, if luck is on your side, you will be greeted by a custom-made cutscene with custom-made sound design that will make your hair stand on end. I created a total of 59 cutscenes for a ton of different situations, given most of them are variations for in-mission encounters, but we will talk later more about those. Sometimes, however, your spy will snitch on you and tell your target all about your plans. Their response depends on the severity of the harm you want to inflict to them. So, for example, if you want to kill someone and the assassin snitches on you, the target may start waging war against your faction. Once they snitched on you, they won't forget what you tried to do to them. That's where your manipulating skill comes into play. You'll have one more chance at redeeming yourself by lying to your target and manipulate them into believing that someone else tries to incite a war between you two. Some factors will determine the manipulation results, such as your roguery skill and the relation status between the target and the faction leader of the kingdom you want to pick. If they are friends, you're out and there's no chance of redeeming yourself. However, if you succeed, the target will then make the way to the faction leader and negotiate with them. If you're lucky, they believe you and start waging war on them. If you're unlucky, the target will just be confused by the response, and if you're really unlucky, well... There's also proper maiming. This option will show up after you put a prisoner into one of your settlements and initiate dialogue with them inside the dungeon. This will completely wipe their skills and strengths, rendering them essentially useless. However, if you properly maim the same target twice, they will succumb to the wounds and die. This has the same effect as executing someone. Both maiming to death and executing someone will make the clan hate you with a passion. There's no room for talking anymore. If you try to talk to them inside their keep, they will order their guards to apprehend you. If you fail, you will be maimed yourself, giving you a scar and decreasing one of your combat abilities to 0, so you should think twice when trying to talk to a clan where you just executed someone from. I've made it that way because for me, personally, it's just unrealistic that the clan members will talk normally to you after inflicting unspeakable horrors upon one of their kin. But it's not just you that has the ability to assassinate or maim someone. NPCs which you've done dirty may send out assassins themselves. Simple stuff like trading might put you into a position where you have to fight for your life. I won't spoil where the assassins can engage the player, just know that you are never really safe, so be sure to always have someone at your side that might save your life. If the assassin gets the upper hand, you can only watch the tragedy unfold, that is your execution. But sometimes, just sometimes. And yeah, I guess that is all the stuff this mod includes. Like I said at the beginning, there might be bugs, so do notify me if you encounter any. A huge shoutout to Block, ConleyC86, Nveda and Order Without Power for helping me whenever I had any questions on the code. Also a huge thank you to everyone that submitted their own ideas to the mod. And if you liked this video, feel free to hit that like button. It would help out tremendously and show that you want to see more content like this in the future. But the best way to support me is to leave a subscription. Join my Discord server if you want to talk with me and other like-minded people about everything Bannerlord, or if you just want to see the mods and videos I'm creating. And I see you all in my next video. Become a member today and bye. Another huge shoutout to PERIPHERALS, @China, Chains, Max and Clinkyman and all the other members for supporting the channel.